You can do so much for your fellow humans just by holding space for them to heal, to grow, to awaken, and to expand. Now, you don't need to know what you're going to do and what you're going to say when others are in need of your assistance. You don't need to know in advance of that moment. You can trust that your desire to be of service, your compassion, and the fact that you care are enough to bring you into alignment in those moments. Your compassion is your superpower, and the love that you are is your gift to humanity. Everything else that you do to be of service is a bonus. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and today I'm incredibly excited to read some new, fresh Arcturian Council channelings. I've had a wonderful time reading these channelings almost on a weekly basis, and there is so many more that we can read. Today's come from the book Ascension, The Shift to the Fifth Dimension, Volume 3. These are channeled by Daniel Scranton. If you get a chance, watch my interview with Daniel Scranton. You can see his very unique channeling style. The Arcturian Council reminds me very much of Quo, but they have their own unique style, and they talk about topics like love, service, reality creation, and the shift into the fifth dimension. This covers a variety of topics, including co-creating with the new generation of humans, be our ground crew, the power of caring, these minor events add up, thoughts of source, third dimensional struggles, the love and support of your guides, team ascension, expanding the human collective consciousness, seeing past your differences, the truth of who you are, your place in the Great Awakening. Co-create with the new generation of humans. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have the perspective on your lives that we would love for you to share with us. Our perspective is that you are making things so much better for the ones who are coming now, the new humans who are being born. And if you could acknowledge that, if you could honor yourselves for making life better for the ones coming in now, you could see that you have more than one purpose for being here. You're not just here to shift, and you're not just here to unite the galaxy. You're not just here to help others shift who are really going to need help when the time comes. You're also here to make things easier on this new generation that is being born now and that will experience the shift before adulthood. You are paving the way for this generation, a generation who is also serving a very powerful purpose for the rest of the collective. They are coming in with that knowing that they are shifting. And so they have the luxury of not getting so swept up in the usual third and fourth dimensional drama and trauma. They get to be the light bearers, holding a higher frequency for everyone, and they are also co-creating with those of you who have been around for a while. So instead of you preparing them for the harsh life that would normally be in front of them as third dimensional beings, you get to co-create with them a version of the fifth dimension that will be so beautiful and harmonious. You are the way shores for so many, and you rarely see yourselves in that positive of a light. But know this, we have this perspective and we see you. We see how you live your lives. We see what matters to you, and we see where you're going. And we are very, very happy to announce you are doing a wonderful job of being the way showers and the light bearers and the mentors to those in this new generation who are looking to co-create with those just like you. And if you're receiving this message, yes, we are talking about you. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Be our ground crew. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are the holders of a great deal of space for the human collective, but it is hard for most individuals to feel it or acknowledge it. And so we are calling upon all of you who are awakened to be members of our ground crew. If you can tune yourselves to us vibrationally, you can download the energy that we are using to hold that space, and you do it for the rest of humanity. They are more likely to receive the benefits of that space holding from those like you who are on a very similar vibrational level. You are in the same dimension as the rest of your fellow humans. Even if it does not appear that way, therefore the work that you do to create a space for the rest of humanity is work that will ultimately pay off. When you hold a similar intention with many of your human cohorts, you act as a collective, even if you are just a subset of the overall human collective, and as a collective, have more synergy. You can do so much for your fellow humans just by holding space for them to heal, to grow, to awaken, and to expand. It is easier for you to help someone awaken by holding space for that person than it is for you to talk them into it. People don't like to be convinced that your way is the right way or the better way, and oftentimes convincing is being done by someone with a hidden agenda, by someone who is trying to sell them something. And so you can do so much good by being the ground crew for us and for the other high-frequency beings who are holding space for humanity. You can bring about a greater awakening of human consciousness with your intention to do so, and by believing in yourselves, you can do even more by believing in your fellow humans. Even if at times you feel yourself losing faith in them, believe in who they really are, and you will see the results and feel the appreciation from those of us in the higher realms. We are the Arcturian Council, and we've enjoyed connecting with you. The power of caring. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have the ability to sense when you are doubting yourselves, and we notice that many of you doubt in your ability to contribute to this ascension process. We notice that you doubt in your ability to be of service to the rest of the collective, or even to one individual who needs help, but you underestimate the power of caring. Now, you don't need to know what you're going to do and what you're going to say when others are in need of your assistance. You don't need to know in advance of that moment. You can trust that your desire to be of service, your compassion, and the fact that you care are enough to bring you into alignment in those moments. And when you're in that state of alignment, what you need to know and what you need to do and what you need to say simply come to you. Just as the words are coming to our channel right now. He doesn't need to know what we're going to transmit before he channels us, and you don't need to know what you will do in order to be of service. You don't need to have a long list of qualifications or degrees in order to come to the aid of someone who is struggling mightily with these high-frequency energies that you are receiving. As you can probably imagine, the energies are just going to increase in their frequency, and so the rest of humanity is going to need help keeping up. Those of you who have been awake and aware have been doing the work on yourselves. You've been clearing out what you need to clear out and allowing in what you want to allow in. And you should not underestimate the value of just dealing with your own stuff. It gives you experience, and it gives you the roadmap that you can share with others. The other humans on the planet are benefiting from your presence, and they will benefit even more when the time comes for you to offer a helping hand and a shoulder to cry on. Your compassion is your superpower, and the love that you are is your gift to humanity. Everything else that you do to be of service is a bonus. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. These minor events add up. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have the ability to sense when you're all taking a gigantic leap forward, and we are having that feeling right now. And you can give the credit to what's happening in your skies, but you deserve all of it because you have made yourselves available to the energies that you have been receiving. What we see in most of you who are awakened is a desire to take the rest of humanity to a higher level. We see your willingness to pull humanity up and carry the weight on your shoulders. We see many of you processing emotions for the other members of your collective. And most importantly, we see you wanting to be of service. When you hold that desire to be of service, there is so much more energy available to you because you have so many co-creators in the non-physical who want to work with willing partners. We are so pleased to see how these partnerships are formed, and we are proud to say that we are partnering with a large number of you who are reaching out to us. The momentum that is nudging you forward now is going to take you to the next minor event, but all of these minor events add up. And you are accessing more of the love that you truly are just by being willing to be the leaders in this movement, a movement that involves the evolution of the human collective consciousness. Your service will of course be rewarded, but we know that you don't do it for the rewards. You do it because of the compassion and the love that you have within you, and you allow that love and compassion to take priority over your thinking minds. It's time for more of you to acknowledge yourselves for the wonderful work that you are doing. It's time for you to receive the thanks from those like us in the higher realms who are so happy to be partnered with such beautiful awakened beings. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Thoughts of Source. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council, and we are pleased to connect with all of you. We have the best possible vantage point to witness your evolution and your ascension. We are close enough to you vibrationally to recognize the huge achievement that is underway, and yet we are non-physical, and so we get to see everything. This journey that you're on started with a thought. It was a thought that Source Energy had, and it was the perfect way to begin the journey, because from that one thought, so many other thoughts were born. So many experiences were dreamt of. So many possibilities were created. Source created this beautiful unfolding in what would be a millisecond of your time. Every single idea for this process of ascension was formulated in that moment. And now you are the lucky ones. You are the ones who get to navigate through all the possibilities, all the ideas of Source. What is the point of all of it? Is there a point? Why create the need for this experience? What was Source thinking? In the end, everyone on his or her journey is given a choice. When you choose love, you align yourself with Source. And when you align yourself with Source, you align yourself with power, wisdom, and most importantly, compassion. The best part of the journey for all of you is yet to come, and we are not talking about the process of ascending. We're talking about that moment when you will choose love, when you will choose to help your fellow humans who are struggling to integrate all the energies. You will choose to be of service to those who haven't been fortunate to awaken years or even decades prior to the completion of the shift. And in those moments, when you're aligned with Source, and with that love that Source has for each and every one of you, you will feel the entire universe on your side. You will feel the angels at your back, and you will feel love for your fellow humans, the likes of which you have never felt before. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The most probable timelines. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We've been looking at the various timelines that are most probable for the human collective, and we are very encouraged by what we see. We understand how hard it has been for most of you, and we want you to know that no matter how things might look in your life or in the world, you are moving in the right direction. We want to assure you that you cannot make a mistake. You cannot screw things up for yourself or for anyone else, and we want you to relax more. It is through relaxation that you open yourselves up to receive. You will find yourself on the timeline that best suits you, not by working on getting there, but on allowing yourself to flow. Now, people use that expression often, and you might not fully understand what they mean by it. To us, going with the flow means letting the energy take you on a journey and trusting that you are in fact moving in the right direction. It means you don't have to fight against anyone or anything to get to where you are ultimately going. In our last transmission, we told you that love united humanity, and now we also want to point out that love is the way to release that resentment, that anger, that angst that you sometimes hold. It is through finding the love within you and shining it more brightly that you not only enjoy your life, but that you also solve any and all of the problems that come up for you. Love yourselves enough to grant yourselves freedom from doing things the hard way. Love yourselves enough to receive the help that is coming to you from other humans and from non-physical beings. Love yourselves enough to acknowledge that you are enough, that you are doing enough, and that you have already done enough to be on that timeline that brings you to the ascension experience with ease and joy. Now is not the time to look for busy work to keep justifying the fact that you are ascending. Now is the time to kick back and enjoy the ride, but don't take us at our word. Trust in the universal plan that has been underway for eons and eons of time. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Third dimensional struggles. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are making a tremendous amount of progress in receiving that which you are offering to us and translating it into something that we can use to help all of you. We are channeling you just as much as some of you are channeling us, because what is channeling if not receiving a transmission and translating it into something useful? Now we are discovering that the human collective wants more assistance with the everyday experiences that you have, rather than the metaphysical experiences that you want to have. You are asking for help in rising above that which you are living so that you can live better lives in the here and now. And we can understand that and relate to what you are going through with the day-to-day struggles that you experience. But we also want you to know that there is so much more for you, and we can help to get you to the higher frequency experiences. We can help you bring in more of your fifth dimensional abilities. We can help you usher in the shift in precisely the way that you want to experience it. The struggles of day-to-day living on planet Earth are what you can help each other with. And we recommend that you look to other humans for help, because we also see that there are more and more of you every day who want to be of service. If we can match you up with the ones who are asking for help, we would. But those of you who are asking for help need to ask those of you who are wanting to be of service. That's part of their journey. We can and will do whatever is in our power to bring the helpers together with those who want to be helped. And we will also continue to be available to any of you who wants more of a metaphysical boost. We are helping you expand your consciousness. We are helping you upgrade your physical bodies. We are doing what we can to assist you in accessing those fifth dimensional abilities. And right now, right here, we are hoping that this message facilitates more of you reaching out to one another for help with your physical lives and physical needs and concerns. When you get those met, you can reach for something more. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. The love and support of your guides. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We've taken a great deal of your experiences into our own consciousness to get a better understanding of what life is like for you on planet Earth at this time. We have genuine compassion for you, and we also utilize this information to determine exactly what you need and when you need it. Now consider how much more you are receiving from the beings that have been working with you your entire lives, in every single moment of those lives. Your guides are a wonderful support group, and we sometimes contact with them to commiserate about how you can best be supported. So we know firsthand about their dedication to all of you, and we want you to open yourselves up to experiencing the love and the support of your guides. Don't just think of them as guides who make suggestion to you, because they are far more than that. These are beings who have dedicated themselves to loving you, supporting you, showing you compassion, and they also take charge of your upgrades and downloads. They help to balance the energies that you're receiving, and yes, they do at times nudge you in certain directions that will serve you. Now someday, you will be guides to physical beings after you ascend to a non-physical realm, like the seventh dimension, the upper echelon of the seventh dimension, that is. You'll be able to assist others in the same way. You will be love, compassion, and support for physical beings who are going through exactly what you're going through now, and you'll be able to help because you will know from your own experience what is needed. This universe provides every opportunity for each of you to give back what you have received, but you will always be on the receiving end as well. And that is why this is such a beautiful universe, a universe of reciprocation, a universe of support, love, and compassion. And this universe is expanding and becoming more of that in every moment of every day. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Join Team Ascension. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are taking nothing for granted when it comes to our participation in the shift in consciousness. There are so many beings left in this universe who are working to ensure that the shift not only occurs, but that it occurs in the way that serves the most. We invite any and all of you who want to be a part of this conscious creation to move beyond waiting for something to happen. We invite you to join us in ushering in the shift and bringing about an expanded consciousness throughout the entire universe. You don't have to wait for any major event to occur in order to participate. This is a shift in consciousness, which means nothing in the physical realm is going to be responsible for making it happen. It is the true nature of consciousness to expand and evolve, and therefore you make it your mission not to do something in the physical realm, but instead consciously evolve. You are joining the team. You have opportunities every single day. They come to you in the choices that you are being given. And you can help yourselves and help the entire universe at the same time by making the choice that is more inclusive than exclusive. You can help by processing your emotions. You can help by making eye contact with someone else and helping that person understand that he or she matters. You can be kind instead of being right. You can forgive. You can send transmissions of love and compassion. You can speak your truth, be true to yourself, and love yourself no matter what you have done, or said, or thought. As you make a commitment now to joining this team that spans the entire galaxy and all dimensions, you are helping to usher in the best possible shift that we can all experience. We are inviting you to join us, and we know many of you already have. But as you make the declaration, you are automatically accepted onto our little team. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Expanding the human collective consciousness. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. It is wonderful to witness an expansion of the human collective consciousness. We know that you can track to a certain extent the expansion of your own consciousness as an individual. But you need beings like us to see the beauty of the human collective consciousness in a state of expansion so that we can report it back to you. Now, those of you who wonder what it is that you are supposed to be doing to help humanity really need to pay attention to this one. Because whenever you are in a state of expansion of your own consciousness, you are impacting the whole. You are a part of this bigger expansion that brings humanity closer to a collective shift in consciousness. That means that you can do so much for so many without leaving your home. Without writing a book or even a blog, you can affect the entire collective. And when we see the expansion of the human collective consciousness, we also see how it affects the other beings in the galaxy. We can see how much more formidable of a force humanity is seen as now. We can see how your coming together with one another to inspire change has affected those who are lurking in the shadows. We know that the expansion of the human collective consciousness is inevitable, and it will continue. But what is yet to be determined is the rate at which you're going to continue this journey of expansion. The way you affect that rate is by doing the work on yourselves that is needed in order to let go of judgment, in order to release your fears, and in order to embrace the aspects of yourselves that have been lurking in the shadows of your energy field. Now is the time to accelerate this expansion because the Earth is ready. The sun is ready, and all of the higher frequency energies you've been receiving are ready to help. You are the ones who are responsible for the beauty that we have just witnessed, because you are the ones who are awake enough to care about your vibration and the conscious delivery of that vibration to the rest of the universe. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Seeing past your differences. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have considered all the different possibilities for humanity, and we have seen a number of different outcomes. The fact is that you've all been avoiding some very treacherous and unwanted timelines, and you've done so with your willingness to accept each other's differences. Now we understand that you see on your televisions and computers a lot of people not respecting each other and accepting each other's perspectives. There are far more of you who are doing so than there are those who would rather disagree in anger and hate than grant another their free will to have a different perspective than theirs. So what you see played out in the media and even in your social media is the minority. What we see is how willing you all are to look past your differences and look for the similarities. We are seeing so many humans wanting to experience oneness. We are seeing so many of you forgiving each other, and we are seeing more of a willingness to work together in spite of the different perspectives that you hold. What we recommend is that you turn off your televisions, your talk radio programs, and you stay away from websites that are polarizing you, trying to keep you at each other's throats. There is more to be gained by those in power by instigating these sorts of debates and disputes and arguments. So you, the majority, have to continue to remain willing to sit down with someone who has very different opinions and beliefs than you do and find the opportunity for connection. Find the common ground. Give others the benefit of the doubt. See past those differences and look for the moment where you can see eye to eye on something. Look for the love that exists within the person who has different beliefs than you do, or different views on gun control or immigration. Look to the heart of that person. Feel the love within him or her, and find the compassion within yourself. You will come together as a human collective. You will see that outcome as well. And we see it as the most likely one. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. the truth of who you are. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are putting an emphasis at this time on your checking in with yourselves on a more regular basis to determine for yourselves whether you are living in alignment with your ultimate truth. The ultimate truth that you are here to explore is the truth that you are source energy beings. You are unconditional love, and you are infinite and eternal beings. Now, when you're focusing very intensely on something that is happening in your world or in your life, and you lose sight of the truth of who you really are, it is easy for you to get off track and live your lives as much smaller beings than who you really are. It is easy to get lost in the details of life and to forget the biggest possible picture, and we are talking about a picture that is bigger than your shift in consciousness. This picture is the picture of who you are and who you came to Earth to be. It's more important than what you do. It's more important than what you believe in. The truth of who you are is something that you can live in every moment. As you become the living, breathing embodiment of source energy and unconditional love, everything else seems minuscule by comparison. You will not be knocked off of that track that you want to be on as you hold that truth close to your heart. As you remind yourselves, as you remind yourselves of who you really are, you put your attention where it needs to be. Putting your focus on the truth of who you are means that you allow situations, people, and circumstances in your life to be exactly as they are. That's what unconditional love is. It's you being the love that you are under any and all conditions. That's what we want for you. That's what we know you want for yourselves. And that's the only way that you will ever be happy. True happiness comes with alignment with that truth, and nothing else will ever be a worthwhile substitute for it. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Being satisfied with who you are. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. If you've ever considered yourself to be the person you have always wanted to be, then you have accomplished more than most people who have ever lived. Most of you are reaching to become something that you are not in your current moment in time. There are very few of you who would say that they are exactly who they want to be. It is one of the biggest accomplishments for a human to feel that sense of satisfaction with who you are. Therefore, we wonder why more of you aren't looking for that feeling. Instead, we see you and we hear you wanting to accomplish things outside of yourselves. And yet no accomplishment will ever give you that sense that you are exactly who you want to be. We would love to give this sense of satisfaction to you, but we cannot. All that we can do is to continue to love you exactly as you are and to encourage you from time to time to look for the feeling inside of yourself of satisfaction. Satisfaction feels better than acceptance, and it is the gateway to self-love. If you can feel satisfied with who you are, not what you've accomplished, but who you are, then you are really on the right track. Now, you can always acknowledge that you are becoming more in every moment and still be satisfied with who you are right now. You can give yourselves that gift. Those who have, from what we have observed, led beautiful lives, joyous lives, and that is all you can really ask of yourselves. And as you do, you will also find that it becomes easier to help others from that place of satisfaction with who you are. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your place in the Great Awakening. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. It is the fortune of humanity to be sitting where you are at this time. It is very fortunate that you have arrived where you are, because you could have taken a much different approach to shifting your consciousness. The position that you're in now is one where you can usher in the golden age of humanity with ease and without the need for catastrophes. What you have in place on the planet are awakened beings scattered all over the planet. These beings are beings of service, and if there is one thing that we see among the awakened that is very encouraging, it is that desire that you have to be of service and to usher in this great awakening. Those of you who are anchoring in the higher frequencies and looking to be of service may be in the minority, but those energies are reverberating from all of those locations around the world, including the most remote places that you could possibly imagine. You become more powerful as ones who radiate a high frequency than all the technology that has been used to keep you in the dark and asleep. You have officially tipped the scales, so when you want to be of service but you don't know what to do, we suggest sending out a broadcast with the intention that it reach some of those beings on your world who are still asleep. Let your message be that of empowerment and acceptance. The power that rests in your hands is the power to give others what they have been denied by society and sometimes even by their own families. You are the ones who can broadcast the signal to each and every member of this human race of yours that they are perfect just as they are, and yet they are still evolving and becoming more of that beautiful energy that blossoms from the center of their hearts. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. There's lots of things that they talk about, but we can sort of summarize these channelings with a few basic ideas. The first is that we are going through this shift and we're making a choice, very similar to the law of one. We are making a choice. We've been placed on this planet and we're making a choice. And the question is whether or not you will choose love. This seems like an easy question, but it becomes much more complicated in what it is that you truly love, yourself or others. Within this, we get an idea that we can be of service simply by our being love, by our being who we are. And the second emphasis is that you are source energy beings. This is another way of saying that you are God, but more specifically, you are the energy that created the universe. And you should treat this as your identity. When you understand, no matter what's going on in your life, that you are a source energy being, it begins to change everything about the world that you're in. They emphasize seeing past our differences, recommending that we turn off our televisions and our talk radio programs and stay away from websites that are polarizing us, trying to keep us at each other's throats. Their message is the same as the message I have in my Unity activation that I did live just the other day, and that is they want to divide us. We have to continue to remain willing to sit down with someone who has very different opinions and beliefs than we do and find the opportunity for connection, find the common ground, give others the benefit of doubt, see past those differences, and look for the moment where you can see eye to eye on something. Look for the love that exists within the person who has different beliefs than you do, or different views on gun control or immigration as they state. Look to the heart of that person, feel the love within him or her, and find the compassion within yourself. Their greatest desire is for us to come together. And they emphasize repeatedly, it's not about these small-scale issues that are happening in the world. There's something bigger that's happening within us. And it all comes from one thought. Another beautiful link to the Law of One teachings. Everything has come from this one thought. We're involved in this beautiful process of evolution from this one thought. And the more that we can come together, the more we can ascend and shift. And we are on a team that we can choose, and that is Team Ascension. And you can help yourself and help the entire universe by making the choice of processing your emotions and choosing love. This helps us to expand the human collective consciousness, and now is the time to accelerate this expansion, because they emphasize the Earth is ready for this expansion, and it is you who are pivotal in this awakening process. You, as a source energy being, must make the choice. You can find all episodes of The Reality Revolution at therealityrevolution.com. I highly recommend checking out the Arcturian Council playlist, as well as the Daniel Scranton playlist, which we have some other channelings from the creators and the founders and the Pleiadian High Council of Seven. These channelings continue to resonate within me. They are of pure love, and I can't wait to read more of them to you. And welcome to the Reality Revolution.